Gentlemen, today we're going on about a 600-mile road trip. It's going to be about 80 miles an hour the whole way. Let's see how the Raptor handles it. Well, we're inside. Haven't driven this for about 2 weeks. Let's hear her fire up. There she is, all 12.6 miles to the gallon. I do need to go get fuel though, as you can see right there. Everything is cold. Got oil pressure. All my tires looked good, so let's hit the road. Well, I've driven about a mile from my house. I'm on the highway here. I got to thinking I should probably reset my fuel economy as well as my trip, just so I can show you what kind of fuel economy I am going to be getting on this about 600-mile trip. So you may be asking, like, where are you going that's 600 miles away? Well, I'm going down to Sioux Falls, South Dakota for a bachelor party, and this is the farthest I've ever driven this vehicle in one rip. I mean, it's just about 300 miles one way. So the plan for today is to, see what kind of fuel mileage it gets, whether or not I have any issues, cost of what gas, and maybe I'll even break down maintenance into their wear and tear, stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, they either only drive the Raptor on the road or they only drive it off-road and beat the snot out of it, and I'm not really either one. I don't drive this a ton. I've owned it for just about a year, and I've put about 5,500 miles on it. So let's hope that I don't have any issues on this long trip, because that would really suck. Well, let's see if this 2013 Raptor still makes a decent vehicle to take on a road trip. So for those of you watching this video, I'm sure none of you have been to North Dakota, but if you're wondering what North Dakota looks like, a lot of it is flat like this. So there's not a ton of trees. Or maybe I should say eastern North Dakota is flat and it looks like this. I mean, it's just farmland. But where we're going to be going here very shortly is about the only cool part in the eastern side of North Dakota, with maybe a few exceptions. So you can see here there's a few trees and a few small hills. But when we crest over the top of this hill, it's about the only thing that's worth looking at on this side of the state. It's kind of sad, but there we are. We're gonna go down this big hill, and then we're gonna go back up that big hill over there. And those of you that live in the mountains, you're like, those are not big hills. Yes, I understand that, but for North Dakota, this is a big hill. It's just, it do be like that. Not all of us can live in the mountains. I'm jealous of you that do, but I live here. I mean, again, like I mentioned, farmland. We get to the bottom of this hill, and more farmland. I've actually never driven the Raptor up this hill, so let's see if it downshifts and really gets after it, if you will. I think it's, yep, there it goes. Knew it was going to. But there we are. We're just about past the coolest part of eastern North Dakota, and isn't that just kind of pathetic, because we didn't look at nothing. For those of you that don't know, too, I work on a oil pipeline. We just drove by the pipeline, and it's out in that field out there. Can't even see her. But again, now it's time to drive in a straight line for about 4 hours. It's kind of hard to see because my windshield's dirty, but that pickup just passed me going down this single lane road, and you'll never guess what his license plate said. It said Dabuns. D-A-B-U-N-Z. What kind of buns do you think he has? Like hamburger buns or hot dog buns, or I don't know what other kind of buns there are. Well, I needed some gas, just below a quarter tank, and I think we gotta pull up, we better pull up next to the Mustang. Kind of looks like a turd. Looks like it's been driven down a lot of gravel roads. But so is this. So does that mean my Raptor looks like a turd? The world will never know. Okay, I just put the cart in. No, I don't want a car wash. I haven't looked to see how much 91 costs here yet, but any guess? Any guess? $4.80 a gallon, $4.81. Mint, easy fuel. Ain't got no gas in it. Because I gotta lift the handle. Okay, well, let's see how much it costs to fill up a 2013 Ford Raptor with a little under a quarter of a tank. Any guesses? If you do have any guesses, drop them in the comments right now before I show you how much this is going to cost. I got a guess, but I'm not going to share. My guess is it's going to be like $130, but that's a guess. I haven't driven this a ton, so 130 is my guess. What's yours? Okay, guys, it just clicked. My guess wasn't too far off, in all honesty. Let's go see what it was. There's so much noise. There's semis everywhere. There's guys around here trying to get done planting crop and spraying and stuff, but 133.22. Oh yeah. God, I miss her so much. Okay, well, I just went in and got myself a white girl drink and threw some garbage away, and time to hit the road again. I've been driving for 25 minutes, so I got 3.5 hours left. Okay, boys, it's been about an hour and 5 minutes since I left home. Whoop, I just hit a wrong button. Sorry, boys. So I've been getting 16.2 miles to the gallon now. Trans is running at 197. Everything's looking good. Like I said, 16.2 miles to the gallon. However, I'm going to hop on the interstate right now, and in North and South Dakota, the speed limit's 80, so gas mileage is definitely going to go down. It's like half throttle. Mint. Not even pegged. She ain't even pegged yet. But on the interstate, keep her moving. Well, I just passed a sign, and I am 218 miles from Sioux Falls. I have driven 67 miles, so it'll be close to 600-mile round trip, but I'm not quite going to get there. Boys, I think we got a little bit of an issue. I'm not going to pull over, or at least not yet, but I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if the camera's shaking or not, but I think I lost a wheel weight in one of my two front tires because I'm bouncing a little bit. So, of course, that's just one more wonderful thing that I will get to do to this Raptor when I get back home. I'll have to take it to the tire shop and get the tires balanced. Yippee. Never-ending money pit. Well, looks like they're painting the roads or painting lines on the roads. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing, but we did just make it to South Dakota. So I have driven, wrong menu. I have driven 114 miles so far, and everything's going good other than the little bit of a bounce I got in the front end. But like I say, I'm pretty sure that was a giant bug. I don't know if you guys saw that. But like I say, I'm pretty sure that's lost a wheel weight or something like that, and need to get some tires balanced again is kind of my guess, but I'm gonna keep on trucking. Also, I forgot to mention, since we've hopped on the interstate, really sucking down some fuel now. It's I'm probably getting about 14.8 here. It's just the average, but yeah, it's going quick. Went through just about a quarter of a tank in less than 100 miles. I'm still here, ready to get out of this vehicle. Been driving for 2.5 hours, and I've driven 175 miles. Averaged 14 miles to the gallon. The interstate here is really sucking the fuel down. I want to say I'm getting about 13 miles to the gallon on the interstate, which is not good, but again, I'm going 80 mile an hour. This pickup's not made to go 80 mile an hour. It's made to go drive out and stuff like this, and in hills and mountains and shit like that. But I'm also getting some buggage on the front end. It's that time of the year in the Dakotas where bugs are bad, especially in the dark. Well, boys, I finally made it to Brookings, South Dakota, home of the Jackrabbits. I think this is what they do. Does that sound right? Home of the Jackrabbits, either way. But I had to get more gas. I had to take a leak. Should probably get some lunch. It's like 1:30, but gas was cheaper here at least. I've driven a little over 200 miles, so we'll see how much this costs to fill from driving 200 miles. Got the green handle on the Raptor, but it's for gasoline. 200 miles was just about $68. Fellas, I just got my lunch, and Oh gosh, that was good. I had a burrito that was the size of the small child, and I think it was $11 or something like that. So time to keep on keeping on, and I think I got like 45 minutes left or something like that. So not terrible, but after eating that burrito, I am tired. Very, very tired. But let's go. Just out of curiosity, what do you guys like doing on long road trips? More of a music, podcast, driving silence? What's your go-to when you're driving in a straight line for about 300 miles? Check it out, a new Raptor R. I think sick. Okay, if this video gets 100,000 likes, I will buy a Ford Raptor R. I know it's not going to, but you got to shoot for something, right? Well, boys, it was a very long weekend. I'm beyond ready to be home. Let's start another 4-hour road trip. I left where I was probably a half hour ago or so, and going down the interstate, going 80 mile an hour, getting slightly less than 13 miles to the gallon, but gotta start somewhere. I'm sitting here in the McDonald's parking lot. I always park way in the back, away from everybody else, because I don't like door dings. I got right at about 3/4 of a tank. I don't want to have to stop again, so I'm going to go across the street over there and put some fuel in this rig and keep on keeping on. And again, I'm sorry I haven't said much on the way back, but it's been pretty uneventful, which is good. 91 here isn't cheap, and 469. I think I made a money. I'm poor. Well, another $56 worth of gas. Good as new. I got nervous. That light stayed on longer than it normally does. I was worried it was going to stay on, but I was sitting here getting gas, looking around. Check this out. Anybody want to go? They might not be open on Sundays, though. There's nobody there. Well, I'm finally taking my one and only turn that I have taken this entire drive. And I get to go west, or west, if you will. Everything with the Raptor still seems to be okay, other than I still have a little bit of that, the bouncing with the front end. I do think that I need to get some tires balanced, is kind of my assumption. But that shouldn't be a big deal. I was kind of hoping now that I slowed down to, 65 mile an hour, my gas mileage would get a little bit better, but it's about the same. The one thing that I think's really killing this whole trip right now is I got a very strong south wind, and it's blowing me all over the road. Just did 127,000 miles, and that means one thing. I need an oil change in 300 miles. I'm just pulling in the shed here. My windshield is filthy, as you can see, from all the luggage, but let's go over some numbers here and do a little math quick. I drove 573 miles, just about 574, 8.5 hours. I used 43 gallons of gas, and I averaged 13.8 miles to the gallon, so 41 gallons of gas. Let's do some math. So again, I used 41.3 gallons of gas. The last gas station I was at, gas was $4.69. So if we do the math, it's that much. So that was just about $194 worth of gas to drive just about 600 miles. Expensive.